Instead of the Batiste, and then the ball instead of the Orisa the other day. So, yeah, 76 with the McCree, the Lucio in the mix. A very easy dive target, so, but Fleda's going to get 2 straight off the rip.
Yeah, the first kill, I think they noticed that Pelican's playing off towards the side and is waiting for an engagement. Here, Pelican wanted to be the second to get involved in the fight so he could flank, but I think the Dragon...
Though you have this coalescence, this is where you can try and take advantage of the stagnant composition that they have. Lip gets taken out, not able to get out of harm's way. And now if you move towards the point, this is where you have an even bigger advantage if you're the Atlanta Reign.
Lee Jae-gon getting a little bit too close to the Atlanta Reign there, gets punished for it. And I don't think the Dragons have much to do here after losing a player as early as they did. I think it was Lip that just got pressured with the coalescence dive. The Reign are in control. Lip has a dead eye here as he'll use it straight away to corral the Atlanta Reign, at least onto the point, but they're happy to do that. They had to back away somewhat as Lip peeks his head through the doorway. Pelican was duplicated, but gets taken out of the mech. He'll have a chance to get back into that one and a chance to build up that self-destruct. In fact, he already had it. Supercharger goes down there. Immortality Field also removed, and it's Flatter and Fate falling in the Atlanta Reign. Now they're starting to stretch their legs a little bit, Matthew.
And if you don't get by both teams, and you'll have the minefield here for Fate, so BU's going to split players off in the choke or whatnot. For Shanghai, you want to make it through this without having to invest both support ults early.
Danger for Iris, yep. He gets blown up, he can't fade away, he can't get through the minefield. The perfect answer to the coalescence. And now the Dragons have one of their own. Izayaki switched off the Batiste earlier. And that's frustrating stuff for Atlanta, losing a key support ultimate as they tried to take the initiative.
With a duplicate here onto the Reaper. May just be to get away some extra HP.
Edison Death Blossom completely shut down by Void, and Limp is just going to take him down. Oh, this is not good for the Atlanta Reign. You see how they carry the emotion. It's not how they want to begin the series at all. Pelican beamed down as Flatter finds him in his hiding place. And a good start for the Shanghai Dragons. A lot of retooling of their... If he can play from this off angle, he's quite happy here outside of the fact that he's about half health, but it's not an issue yet. Gator is low. Okay, good bubble timing there. Flatter could have gone for the focusing beam. In fact, he still can. Gator is able to jump away.
And you see what the Wrecking Ball does. So the Wrecking Ball has really great personal survivability with the adaptive shield. This Lee Jae-gon gets so aggressive into the base of the Atlanta Reign.
To some degree, this coalescence so is pressuring Void quite effectively. Izayaki going for one of his own, but Void is demeched. Is just kept alive with the sound barrier from Lee Jae-gon. Otherwise, that would have been no diva at all. Now Void has a chance to get back into his mech for now. Izayaki trying to keep Lip topped up as he's Wraith walking away. Goes for a Death Blossom there, but Edison finds one. Both Lucios fall to the enemy Reaper ultimates. Hawk self-destruct buys plenty of space for Edison now to clear some of those mines. Izayaki's going to fade away from the Reaper though.
The stall is so good, though, from Fate on the Wrecking Ball. Oh, he steps off the point, and nobody's there. Atlanta now trying to get aggressive.
Focus on Lee Jae-gon was excellent there. We had Hawk's POV, but Gator was also following up on that target. He jumps away from that self-destruct. Iris not nearly as lucky, rather Iris. Whether he had Fade or not, either way, you couldn't get away from the blast. Now the Atlanta Reign, they got coalescence out of Iris at least. He might have been using an ultimate, that's why he fell. And Edison's able to clean Hodge,
but all you're going to have is the coalescence. You probably end up building up here towards... oh, wow, that's actually going to be Fleta going down. You're going to build up towards a self-destruct as well. But things already not looking good for the Dragons off the start.
Yeah, Izayaki has the coalescence, but only 4 other players to keep alive. Not much staying power left here for the Shanghai Dragons. Fate's going to have to go for the pile driver, then slink away, but there's a Reaper right in his face, so this Ball's reign should be short-lived. Lee Jae-gon rather still slinking towards the left-hand side. He cannot keep the point capped. And so we will go to a third round here on Lee Jae.
Looking on the Doomfist, though, as Fleta plays the Reaper. I really wanted to see the ball into this to see how that would have played out.
Maybe a little too risky for Shanghai's liking. Fate, we've seen him play plenty of Orisa in his time. Look at the Symmetras in the front line. With 2 bubbles, or rather with 4 shields in play, Symmetra basically never has to reload and is all...
That's the TP straight to the point. And chunk of damage coming down as
Pelican
line up, but yeah, it's Pelican get taken out by Lip.
And this is what happens now. Not only, of course, is Symmetra doing high damage, it means that those 4 barriers are a little bit more short-lived than usual.
Yeah.
which means you have to be ready for them to just disappear.
Now you want to show some aggression with the Doomfist. Pelican goes in with a big punch.
Lip there realized he had to back away. This is very defensive from Fletter. And it's a Death Blossom that finds no purchase. Lip, however, can't buy his way out of spawn after that one. It'll be a trade of Doomfists. Pelican's also fallen. Hawk, though, he is in the mix, and those Hyperspheres are causing problems. Fletter's gone down. Izayaki stock still for a moment, and Hawk thought to line him up, but now he'll be the one suspended in midair. Hit with an accretion as well, but still not taken down. Lip returns to the fight and makes a mincemeat of Masa. Coalescence for Iris kept Void low, but it's going to be the Dragons with the numbers right now. Pelican trying to go for something big here, but it's a 1v3 until the Orisa arrive, and that's just not fast enough.
Yeah, I think you come back here. So this will be the ball drop down from Symmetra on the Atlanta Reign, and this will be a supercharger here.
Getting him to throw that one down using his barrier and the Symmetra wall to keep that alive, but it's not gone well. Izayaki finds two. Let's gonna come in with the Meteor Strike and make matters worse here for the Atlanta Reign and now the Dragons. They're on the precipice of taking this first map away. Atlanta out-brawled the Dallas Fuel, but this is a different landscape, a different composition, and they can't even touch.
Of Shanghai, so he's trying to put pressure on the supports from the back.
There's no safe res there either. Masa cannot bring Kai back into this fight. Being pressured by Lip, the dynamite kill just to give Lip information about who was around the corner. And the Dragons were initially going to cross that expansive space in front of the point, Matt. They were going to go around the long way, surely. Now, though, they can just walk up. Getting rid of Kai at the start of the fight, that's devastating for the Atlanta Reign. And it's only getting worse from here. Bob is available. Pelican trying to stall the point, basically on his own. And yeah, Master's trying to block him. The streets are real, but Shanghai Dragons, that is ridiculous. Great first fight.
So you got both support ults in Bob here.
Pelican has to be careful. The Iris has already gone down. This isn't great. He uses the air matrix, but this could be falling apart. Kai's playing an off angle here. You can see on the point, that's where Pelican fell. Kai can't even get back to the point. He contests right now. Iris is brought back into the fray. One big shot on DJ Gon, not bad. Kai's able to finish the job eventually. He himself will have to double back and grab himself the Mega, and this is a better position for Atlanta to be in now. But it's still 2 ticks for Shanghai, and they're looking for more. Flatter runs Hawk down, they couldn't get back into the Mega, and here's the Gravitic Flux. Fate instantly goes gold, so he doesn't get caught in that. Void didn't have that facility available to him, but Lip is doing everything from this high ground. Flatter works Kai down with ease. A focusing beam made Kai a delectable snack. 2 ticks and counting. Lee J. Gon is back in the fight with Flatter, and it's just the Vestiges of Atlanta that are hanging on, Matt. If that!
This is not going well for Atlanta. The Ant Matrix goes down for Izayaki on the point. Kai now to the Widowmaker from the left side of the spawn. This will be the Gravitic Flux.
Is the Bob
from Void coming over the top, really, just to get back to the point.
Unreal!
Shanghai, 4 minutes on the clock. Where?
I likes to disagree with casters when he can, but I think Sigma's his best look. So at least Atlanta might have themselves in a power pick position. Oh no, that's 3 with a Gravitic Flux. Still, a little bit too much there for Void. Pelican's able to beam him down while he's in midair. Bob is taken down. Lip loses his as well, and what looked like it would be a good Gravitic Flux is actually just the opening. The Atlanta Reign may be able to take advantage of here, but they're still in the choke, man. They haven't advanced their position.
Well, and you have Fleta now using the duplicate, trying to take advantage of the Sigma on the field. He's going to get the duplicate, try and get a Gravitic Flux. Is he even going to get one? Oh, he gets one, but I'm not sure he's going to get it off. Yeah, it's too weak. Atlanta should be able to move on to the point and take it now.
Yeah, Fate gets cleaned up there, and it's going to be the Atlanta
ults. Yeah, it's given time, though, for Shanghai to build up some of their own ultimates here.
Oh, that's nasty. So you send Bob to the point, you're healing him, you're immortality fielding your Bob! Quite the treatment for what is normally an inanimate object. But the Atlanta Reign invest in Bob Stonks, and they get themselves the ability to move on to the point now. Nicely done.
They're enough to take it, though.
They're a little low. They're a little low. They need to get those tanks back up to health, and Izayaki, that's an air matrix on the high ground behind. Hawk doesn't know where to turn right now. Izayaki's doing this on his own. Oh my! Pelican is down to Fate, and the Shanghai Dragons reclaim their territory. Pelican now is going to rejoin. Still wants to play the high ground. Here's a supercharger in the choke. And Bob moves to the point. Fate loses his supercharger fairly early on. Izayaki's low on the high ground, but he's being tended to right now by Lee J. Gon, and Void not quite sure where the Flux goes. He found it. It goes to main. Catches 3. A lot of healing required now for Iris. Gator has to take a sidebar. Fate's brought back into the fight though, and Pelican wins the Echo duel. It's Flutter to go down and no chance for a resurrect.
Ant Matrix from the high ground though again here from Izayaki is this could be dangerous again. He's going to take out Pelican.
Unreal stuff. He's not on his own this time. He has Void's protection, which makes it even worse for the Atlanta Reign. Hawk falls. Pelican brought back into the fight, and Masa desperately trying to tip the scales in favor of the Reign. Izayaki going down is probably going to help a lot. It's just going to be Lee J gone for healing for now, and Pelican wants to dive a little deeper. Void's accretion whizzes under him, and he's able to stay alive now. Fate, yeah, focusing beam's going to catch him out in main, but there's 20 seconds left in the round. Flatter duplicates an Orisa for the supercharger. He'll have a shield to protect it as well, and this is stall if I've ever seen it. Fate's going to be back out of spawn in a sec, man.
Yeah, and you had the Bob come across the point there for Lip, who's getting supercharged. This will be the Bob that comes through from Kai. Goes straight to the point as Shanghai just has to stay on and contest.
Kai's down, but the Dragons can't touch Flatter. Tried to get back there, but Bob really earned his paycheck.
Bob. That is Bob.
They don't really have the luxury of sitting back and waiting for that support ornament. There it is, though. That's the pick. Flatter down. It can be resurrected. Still looks like Pelican went deep to try and punish that Resin. Void is in trouble. Hawk doesn't connect the accretion, though, and they've lost Gator in the meantime. It looked good for a moment for the Reign, but now this is troublesome indeed. Izayaki's fallen. So now it's just Lee J gone to do all of the healing, and Lip's getting pressured at the back of the point. Nice dynamite connection for Kai, but he needs a little bit more help if he's going to take the point. Flatter's going to wrap around. He's going to look for the kill on Kai, surely, but Lee J gone almost gets intercepted on the point. Flatter has to dodge away, and Lip's still sat there. Well, he gets his split end singed, and it's going to be Flatter finding Kai with a focusing beam. It's overtime here. Not quite the one tick yet for the Atlanta Reign, and they might not quite get any more at that. Bob sat in the corner of the point, waiting his chance to get involved, and the Atlanta Reign's offense fizzles.
It's not ideal. So they have allowed Pelican, though, to get most of this charge. So
45-second call. That's 45 seconds, man. That's all it took. Unreal. You're right, though. Pelican's able to get that Diva duplicate. Iris has lost his immortality field, and that's the trade. So Kai's down. Oh, Masa! Oh, he might have gone off the edge here. That's it. The Atlanta Reign know who they lose their Mercy play. They need the resurrect so badly. Lee J got a second kill with the boop. And that's it. That's all she wrote. The Shanghai Dragons take a moment to reflect on a map well done. I don't think the Reign want to take any more gut punches, Matthew. I like that from Masa. Trying to ward Fate away from the high ground, but oh dear, they've lost Edison already? Okay, not great. How do they bounce back from this now with Masa also falling? The Dragons, they're picking up where they left off, Matthew.
This is not the start you wanted for Atlanta. And it's so tough, Mitch. They've been it's so hard. Like, they've been so good up until this point.
Oh man!
But since they lost those 3 maps to Dallas, losing those 3 maps back to back, obviously coming.
These are the kind of things you cannot allow to happen when your entire composition is predicated upon everyone staying alive through a coalescence cycle. Lip again, getting a lot of early damage, charging up that Death Blossom, and Gator is in dire straits. Okay, there's a trade there at the very least. Pelican's able to find Flatter, but with Iris out of the picture, this is another L, a fat L getting served up to Atlanta.
So you'll have Masa get on the card, try and keep it contested for a little bit, but not for long, as he did lose Gator at the start. It was actually Fate putting it to take this point if you're Shanghai.
Flatter with a duplicate. It's Diva this time. He's going to try and knock Gator off course, and that displacement makes it so hard for Gator to find his intended target. Void looks like he couldn't nudge his mech. Oh, there it is! Pelican with 2! A self-destruct again from the Dragons. They had 2 in that fight, and they get 0. It's Pelican with a double from 1 bomb. The duplication final blow expert in the league.
And I was going to say, sometimes you may try a huge save there with that double kill. The duplicated self-destruct, but coalescence for both teams starting things off. That's going to be Pelican going down straight away. Monster drops instantly as well.
And what's insane about that is that Pelican goes down to sticky bombs, not the focusing beam, which means the coalescence probably helped out in finding that kill from Izayaki. And yeah, the wheels have definitely fallen off the bus at this point for the Atlanta Reign. They're getting schooled by the Dragons. And that'll be that second checkpoint coming up here. 4 minutes 24 on the clock. Now, if you remember that Dallas Fuel series, though, it's this next phase of the map that's so treacherous.
Keep this one going.
Yeah, both Lucio players showing off the tech to get the sound barrier, I think, on just a small ledge on that wall. Massa not having to drop down that 10 meters or so.
This final fight, you'll have Coalescence on both sides. The self-destruct minefield, though, can clear out so much area.
Oh, what is this? Is dirty. This is actually filthy. He drops down. And as the minefield dropped in front of Spawn, some of the rain still get out, though. And it's Edison able to escape from prison, finding both supports. That is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yes, he's coming all the way around on a flank. And he puts some shots into Izayaki, which forces out the fade. And then, in the meantime, he's able to kill.
Push. But here comes Fleta. Duplicate. I think he's heading straight for Pelican right now. And then this Death Blossom gets pretty shut down by Defense Matrix. Nicely done by Hawk to keep Liv quiet. This is tough. This isn't real grind for the Dragons to try and get through the Rain's defensive composition, but they're finding that purchase they're looking for. Oh man, Wraith Walk had to be forced by Edison to get out the door there. Fleta hits him with the sticky bombs, and that is a focusing beam for Gator to forget. Pelican drops and Fleta's doing some serious work here on the card. A minute 51 still on the clock, I say. That's pretty fast. Perfect boop there by Jake on to make sure the Dragons get across.
In the Dallas series. And then they lose 3 straight, which are their map picks. And then you pick the map for this one. It's Fleta take out Pelican here early. I also think they're doing a fantastic job. How many times in NA and really in a lot of these games, one, have we seen Hawk do a great job tracking the other Echo in the sky, but two, teams not trying to pressure.
You play for Death Blossom here. You have to, but Edison had to use Wraith Walk early, man. I feel like you TP in the chaos and try and find a gainful Death Blossom if you're Edison.
The Gator at the primal at the last second there.
Only just. It lets him get Fleta though, and this might be it. The Rain figuring out how to find some success in the chaos. Dragon doesn't have another boop cooldown, but he's able to speed boost away.
Well, they may challenge this with Sound Barrier. You're gonna have Fate get onto the point, he'll swing. You do have the beat here.
He's holding it. He held it. He didn't use it.
They're not gonna use it now. If Fate would have lived a little bit longer, they could have came back with beat, and then they also had Izayaki up on the high ground, who ended up farming his Coalescence. You could have potentially.
They did manage to get to the last phase of the map, but that's where they petered out. Oh, okay, he got great line on Gator there. Look at how low he goes, and Fleta's there to follow up. The old 1-2 punch between the DPS of the Dragons gets the job done. Edison finds Lip though, and Lip, you feel like he could have wraithed away, but he chooses to stay and accept his fate. Pelican working on the aforementioned. And he'll get a remake and a kill on Fleta. That's high value stuff, and it's a bomb city. Wow, they're quite the fallout for the Dragons to deal with. Unreal value right now. Death Blossom doesn't do too much, but it's not really intended to. More of an adornment. And Pelican forced out of position. Edison, Death Blossom. Pelican's able to come back and find Fleta with the focusing beam. Now only 4 players left. It's going to be Lit that goes into Wraith Walk just as the Coalescence comes out, so he stays alive a little longer, whereas Gator has to back away for a moment. It's a well-heeled Dragon squad, but they lack Izayaki. He gets picked off at the last moment. Lip's going to force that overtime scenario here, but eventually he will be taken down without his defensive cooldowns. Lee Jae-gon dies on cart, and this is it. The final stand for the Atlanta Reign. Under 90 seconds left to finish the map.
And Atlanta has Gator go over.
Gator just getting knocked off course. They're constantly harangued by Void. Coalescence has come out now. No, it's not Potter versus Voldemort. It's the last chance for the Atlanta Reign to finish things here. Fate drops in. Pile driver's there. Adaptive shielding cooldown is back up, and Edison needs to make a play with the Death Blossom. It may well come down to him and a hero moment, but it's Hawk who finds that kill. He goes down after coming out of the mech though, and it is Pelican and Edison that get it done the old-fashioned way. The McCree switch yields the Atlanta Reign another chance. One more shot.
Do they have enough though in another fight? You still have the Death Blossom, which...
That was Gators. Fate used his as well. So a lot of mines in play right now. And Edison is waiting for a chance to use the Death Blossom. He is not being moved from this card. He refuses to shift. Lee Jae-gon, I don't think his Sound Barrier came at the best time for him. Master's going to pop his now, and Iris has a Coalescence, as does Izayaki, but it's Gator. Gator doing all the work. Fleta and Lee Jae-gon go down. Iris trying to keep the Rain topped up, and so far, so good. Still in overtime, of course, but Lip goes down. Void trying to knock Master away, but Edison doubles down. He's found his second kill, and there's now a Deadeye in play. The Atlanta Reign, they played awfully close, but they may have a chance to fight for the draw. That's all they're going to have here now, as Shanghai falls back into spawn, and the Reign go down swinging at the very least. They'll get another shot to defend. All right, so in main, here comes the swing. spots the higher ground, a pile driver opportunity. It's definitely there. It's dicey for Iris. He has to fade away quite early. Lito Gon takes a ton of damage as well. This is about to devolve into a no-holds-barred brawl.
Oh, they got Gator.
Oh, it's Gator down. Pelican also falls foul of the sticky bombs. Flanner might be forced away for a time, but Hawk is going to follow him into the abyss. He's desuited, and the Dragons have come up with the goods. The Dragons will be the ones to take on the Fuel in our June Joust final.
I'm stunned, if I'm honest with you. I thought Atlanta would come in and really give it to the Dragons with the way the Dragons looked the other day. We didn't rate NYXL super highly coming into this. They didn't look great. Shanghai, though, looks like a different team. I'm actually really excited to see now this Dragon